Hello and welcome to my channel. So as a part of that video tutorial series about that SAP REP or RESTful application programming model, so today I will develop applications. Basically that is I will develop a read-only list reporting applications based on that REP model. So here actually in the previous video I already described about the what is about the RESTful application programming model and what is the under the hood between that CAP and REP and the architecture and the business object structures and behavior of the business object, and I also cover the managed and unmanaged. So before starting these list view applications, you must have to go through all that video. Otherwise it's very difficult to understand actually what you are going to do. So I would request all that if you start this video, then it's always better to know that basic things, because the basic things and the fundamental things is always the pillar to move forward. So today, as I said, that it is about that read only list reporting applications. So what we are going to do, we will develop these the same applications using the REP model. And here you can see that is the flight related things, and that is the list view, and you can also have the search capabilities, and here it is the value help. So everything is developed based on the REP model. And also, like if you select here, you can see the in details. So here that is the connection details, and also there is another slot that is the flight related informations. So everything is developed based on the REP application programming model. And what I use the SAP, so basically that is the SAP HANA. So in my video, in another video, I already described step-by-step process how you can install that ABAP HANA for your development environment. So if I check the version of the HANA, you can see like the product version. So basically that is the product version, that is the SLT for S4HANA, and the ABAP platform, that is release 2022, that is the very latest. Before that it was 1909, but I also installed the latest version. So you have to use this, otherwise you may get some error. And you can also see that the basis, that NetWeaver version is 7.57, which is also latest. So this the system is required for your development. So if you don't see and if you don't know how to install, then you need to watch my video. You can find in that channel, or I can also share, I will also share the links. So now let's get started. How I will start. So this is my editing. So actually I use that SAP HANA Studio, and this connected with my local these systems. So here you can see like that is the 001. So this is also 001, and I am using the developer as a user, and I log in using the SAP editing. So now I will start from beginnings, but before that, if I go to that architecture, so you may remember, or you need to see my previous video to check in detail. So as I am going to develop only the read only list report. So basically that business objects implementation is not required. What I have to do, I have to make a data model based on the CDS. After that, I have to expose the service. Mainly I will create a service definition, and after that I will create a service binding, and that binding I will use in the Fiori apps. So here actually I will use a preview from the ADT, and I will start from scratch so that I think it will be easily understandable. So let's get started. So let's get started with my ADT. So if I go my ADT, so what I will do, I will create a package. So you can see that there is my existing packages here. I'll create a new package. So like this is JD flight. It can be one demo flight. So here super package is not required. I can try with this. So here actually you can use that home. Next, okay, so basically that is already created. So that is your flight 01. So what we will do, we will create everything under that package. So we can make it as a favorite, otherwise in future in you it's maybe difficult to find where it is. Okay, so now actually first, as per that architecture, so basically we have to start with the data modeling. So basically data modeling means that you can see the CDS data modeling, and basically that is the CDS entities. So, and this model you can see that is the architecture for their read-only scenario, and that is the carrier and the flight, the carrier and flight, that is from carrier to flight, that is on to many, and the carrier to connection, that is also on to many, and also there is airport, that actually that is the all relations, and we have to create those CDS view, and we will do the association. So let's start to create that CDS view. So now actually you can check here, and basically we are going to create that 4 CDS view first. So basically that is the I connector, I connections. R means that read and the flight and carrier and airport. So I will do in details and step by step. So no need to worry about that. So first let's go to my ADT. So here if we create a CDS view, so first actually we will create a CDS view, that is new other, that is data. So we have to start with the data definition. So here I have to put a name. So this is basically that. So first we will create the connection, and after that actually we will connect with that other CDS. So here let me give a name like jet A I connection R demo flight connection. So that is already there, so I am using always jet like 01. So 01s for this related with the package, you can use whatever you want, it's not any issues. So basically this connection actually get data from that demo that is connection table. So that is the reason I put the reference here. So next, and here you can see that is a define view entity. Okay, I just put the next. Okay, so now actually as I already selected the table, so that everything is already there. So now actually I am not changing anything, so that you can understand how the annotations is working here and what is the powerful of that annotation. So now this is my, let me activate this. Okay, so now what is the second part of this? So now my data CDS entity is there. So as it is the read only on the list, so next step is I have to create a service binding. So if I go my edit, so that is my package. Okay, so click here and you can see that new behavior definition, that is the new service definition. Okay, so you can see already the reference is connection R, is connection I, because I right click here, so that's the reason already a reference is here. So it can be like, so basically that is the service binding demo flight service. Next, oh sorry, it is already, so that is I can put, that is the service definitions. Okay, so here put next, finish. So now actually I expose this CDS view what I have created. So now here you can see that is that expose. So expose the business service definition, actually that is the thing here, what we do. You can see that is the expose. Okay, so what is the next step? So next step is the service binding. So let's go to my edit and do my service binding. So now here new service binding. So again you have to name like jet 01 flight binding. So binding type we will use the OData service and version 2 UI. We will not use the version 4, we will use the version 2 UI. Okay, so click next, finish. So now as per this architecture, so we have completed that CDS entity, the data modeling, and after that we expose through the business definition, and after that we have created the service binding. So now what we have to do, actually we have to expose we have to consume in that any Fiori applications. So now you can see in my edit, it is there. So now actually what we have to do, we have to publish, but we have to activate here. So now actually the published button is enabled. So you have to remember that if it is if you see that it is not the activate, then, or if it is not the enable, then you have to make sure that you activate here. So now actually we have to publish here. So we are publishing. So that is the same things what we do generally in the SAP GUI, but here actually we can do everything from editing. So now actually just click here and we can see the preview. So now it is coming. So everything is here. So now if we click here, no data is showing because actually you have to select here. So now actually data is showing, but it's nothing is there, its header is not there, and everything is the same. So using that annotation, so now you can compare that how it is showing. It is the same exactly how the architecture is talking about, and I have developed the same way how the architecture want to do. Otherwise it is not possible to follow the rep. Okay, so now actually everything we will do based on our like here you can see that is its comings and also SARS and SARS help based on that editing. So now actually we will do everything. So now let's start with that. So here left side my edit and right side my preview. So let's get started with. So as I said that everything is that edit based. So now actually what we have to do, we have to go to my CDS. So basically that is the service binding definitions, and that is the CDS view. So you can see that I didn't do anything, but we have to do many things, and we'll refresh and we'll see how it is impacting. So here first let's add the header informations. So UI dot header info. So here first is the type name, that is the connection, and data is plural, then also type name plural. So that is the connection, so it should be connections. So just active, refresh, and you can see that is the connection is already there. Anyway, it is still need to do many things. So now what we will do, so now you can see that every time we have to select like these, then actually it's coming. But user don't need to select every time, right? So that is the reason. So that is basically the header area. So now we have to do like, that is the carrier ID. So here we have to do something like that. Carrier ID we can change as the airline ID, that is the connection ID, and that is the from ID we can change to the departure airport, and airport to ID, that is the destinations, and that departure time is the same, that is fine. Arrival time is also fine, and distance unit also good. Okay, so now we have to use the annotation. So first start with that. The first is the airline. So here, that is the, okay, so basically that is the number 1. So we have to start with that UI. That is the format, and here that is the line item, position 10, level, that is the airline. So for example, I have just write this, and now active, and now you can see how it is impact. So see, you can see that is actually already this is showing. Earlier we have to select, but now actually it's already selected. The same way I am put the everywhere. But now actually see that is these positions, this is the name, actually what the name it will appear, and that is the position where it will show. So that is the first position, that is the second position, that is the third position, that is 40. So here 50, 60, 70. So unit actually we will not use the unit. So as per standard guidelines, you have to make a gap. So in future, if you want to add another columns, so that in between you can use that 15s or other things, but if you use like 10 then 11, that in future you will not find any gap. So that is the reason it's always better to give a proper, like it should be 10 or something like that, so that it's always you have a space to add more. Okay, so here that is the airline, and second on is the connection number, and third on is the departure. So basically that is the departure airport code, and that is 2 is the basically destination, and departure time is the just departure time. So is the departure time. Then 60, that is the arrival time. So here that is the arrival time, and that is the distance. It's just a distance. So just active. So now you can see that everything is already appear here, and it will appear as per their position. See, that is the 10, and what I wrote here, everything is showing accordingly. And you can see that the last units is not showing because actually we didn't put any annotation. So now what we will do, so now there's the things, but still you can see that actually if I click here, so nothing is there. It is just showing a connection. It is nothing. So what we have to do, if we click here, then actually it should show the details. So let's do that. So now actually here that is the define view, and that is the we have to use that UI dot facet. So mainly this, based on that, actually it will connect to the next level. So now that is the we have to put a ID, that is connection purpose standard, then type, identification reference, then level, that is the connection, position, chain. So now if we check, you can see actually something, but actually still it will not do the it will not do, because like here I just introduce, but actually I didn't create a link. So here you can see that is the type is the identification reference, but here actually I have to declare that which value I have to show here. So for example, that is the line item here I want to show in that next page. So here I have to use the, so that is another, I have to do comma, identification position 10 level the same okay. So for example, what I basically did, so here I can basically this function actually it will go to the next level, and it is the standard, that is fine, and the next level, the tab position will be the first position, and I use that identification reference. So this identification reference I use here, and basically there is a link, this and this, and after that this airline ID will show in the next page. So if I just active, see that is the this connection is showing, and I wanted to show only that first row, so that is the reason actually it is showing the first. So the same way I need to do the other one, so just comma, and also let me do that all. So same way, actually that is the position, that how it will arrange here. So here the description, that is that all description basically that is for the detail page. So this is 30, connection number that is 20, that is 40, 50, 60, 70. So now actually this is connection number, and we have to do the same way. At your time, arrival time, distance. Okay, so just active, all done here, and if I just refresh, see everything actually it is showing. So if I just go back, you can see that others, this is here. So this part is done, but actually still we have to do many things. So now you can see that is there is no link with others. But if I go to, so here actually I just created that connector here, and in the next video I will create that others CDS view, and later also I have to associate, I mean that I will implement the association, and after that when you click here then it will also show that others flight informations. So that's all for today. Let's continue with that next video. Thank you.